Good morning, it's your boy Trey Colbeck here for another episode of Harness News Update, November 28th edition, episode 59, I believe. I've had a couple weeks off. I've been trying to come up with some ideas to revamp the show, and I think I kind of like the direction I'm heading right now. Today's Tuesday, obviously. Going forward, Monday's episode will kind of be a collage of just covering everything that happened Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday episodes will strictly just cover the racing from the day before. The hope is to try to cover more tracks, more action, more events, and hopefully keep spread the news around of this amazing sport. But we're live today on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com. Harnesslink.com is the only website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. And we're also sponsored by HarnessBid. HarnessBid is the game changer for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry. It provides buyers and sellers with an easy-to-use online platform. It offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you, its customers. Zero commission on any horse sold. Buyers can purchase horses with the confidence that they're getting the best value for their money, while at the same time, sellers can list their horses without worrying about hefty commission fees eating into their profits. For more information and to get started, visit harnessbid.com. And we are also brought to you by our friends at the USTA. Lot to go over, but like I said, first we're going to kind of look at the weekend recap action. There was we had some action going out the Meadowlands, Fraser Downs, and Woodbine Mohawk Park. So let's get in. First thing we're going to look at in the weekend recap, big day at the Meadowlands on Saturday. First, we're going to pick up things up in here in race 11, $350,000 in purse money for the FanDuel Championship Open Pace. This, of course, Confederate drawing into a field of older pacers. We're going to pick things up down the backstretch. The betting favorite By the Missile and Yannick Gingras with the lead, but let's see how it finishes.
On the inside, and so does Line Drive Hanover at the rear of the field with Turasi, and they pass the half at 55 and 2, and they're on to the far turn now, and it's By the Missile in front. By the Missile. Here comes Confederate, and here comes the confrontation. The two Titans hook up, stride for stride now past three quarters. Allywag Hanover on the inside third. Southwind Gendry on the outside, gaps his cover fourth. I Did It My Way was shuffled and looks for racing room. They're at three quarters, and it's By the Missile. Confederate confronts him on the outside. 1:23, they're into the stretch, and it's By the Missile in front. On the outside, Confederate ripping out of the pocket. Allywag Hanover takes dead aim now, and it's still By the Missile. Allywag Hanover and Todd McCarthy trying to surge by. Allywag Hanover looking for the upset and gets it. Allywag Hanover is a dual FanDuel winner. Then it's By the Missile and Buckabet Hanover, and Tattoo Artist was flying 149 and 1.
Confederate would have had to have one of the monster trips of the century to pull that one out. Allywag Hanover at 16-1 stuns not only Confederate but the rest of the behemoths in this field. 28th lifetime win for him and 4th of the year. And again, Confederate having his streak ended, but his stats, 2023 stats, 15 starts, 13 wins, 1 second, and he ultimately finished 8th in this one. $2.1 million in career earnings. The next big race we'll look at the Meadowlands was the FanDuel Championship Open Trot. It too had $350,000 up for grabs. Southwind Tyrion leading down the backstretch. we'll see how this one ends here.
Tyrion onto the far turn. Perfect two-hole ride for It's Academic, and he lunges to the outside right now, takes his shot with Dave Miller as they round the far turn. And on the inside, Rattle My Cage continues to save ground. Second over his Tactical Approach. He's tipping 3 deep. And Take All Comers tracks his move. Al Rajuan has to pass them all. Delayed Hanover saves ground. They're at 3/4. Southwind. Tyrion just took off. 3/4. 123 and 4/5. Southwind Tyrion by 3.5, 4 lengths, turning it into a blowout. It's Academic full out. And Tactical Approach looking for second now. All alone, Southwind Tyrion putting on a trotting display here for OK Svanstead in the FanDuel Championship. Southwind Tyrion comes right back in 151 flat over Tactical Approach. It's Academic and Take All Comers.
Southwind Tyrion was able to hold on to get his 13th career win and 5th of the year. Earlier in the card, race number 4. This is the $175,000 FanDuel Championship Open Mares Trot. Michaela at 4-1 leading the way down the backstretch. The favorite, Twin B Joe Fresh in third. A lot of race left. How do these mares end things out?
Michaela off a half, a rated 56-1. So it's Michaela by a length. Michaela Racing Bell 1-2. Twin B Joe Fresh and Max Contract and Boudoir Hanover, no changes yet. They're on the far turn with 3/8 to go. And it's Michaela on that wire-to-wire mission. Racing Bell second. Twin B Joe Fresh now a peek to the outside and comes on. Dexter Dunn gives her the cue now. And then Max Contract and Boudoir Hanover at 3/4. It is Michaela in front by a length and a half, going strong. Michaela, Twin B Joe Fresh first over, attacker 125, a well-rated. Michaela leads them home in the FanDuel final, but charging at her is Twin B Joe Fresh. Fresh off the bench, drawing clear with a stretch explosion with Dexter Dunn. Twin B Joe Fresh asserting herself. Max Contract looking for second. Twin B Joe Fresh, a dominant winner. Twin B Joe Fresh, then Boudoir Hanover and Max Contract and Racing Bell, 150-2. Twin B Joe Fresh in the FanDuel.
Twin B Joe Fresh gets the win, sired by Roll with Joe. 11th win of the year for Twin B Joe Fresh, 19th of her career, actually 3rd in a row. And the last one of the FanDuel Championship, another $175,000 up in the Open Mares Pace. Down the backstretch here, Bond with Oka Swanstead, MM's Dream, and David Miller. Making it hard, trying to make it hard anyway for Jiggy Jog and Raised by Lindy. That's your top 4 here in race 6. Let's see how the last half mile ends out.
In Swanseye, 57-2, 29-3 Stroll in that second quarter. So OK Svanstead trying to steal it here with Bond. Bond continues to dictate the terms, sticking with her right on the helmet. MM's Dream now slips out of the pocket and lets her have it. And here comes Jiggy Jog to the outside third. So pace picked up now. Raised by Lindy, shoots on the inside fourth. And then it's Swanseye, only about 3.5, 4 from the lead at 3/4. It's Bond. And MM's Dream on the outside. And lurking is Jiggy Jog to come 3 wide. 127 for 3/4. Bond will try to outsprint them. Bond in front. MM's Dream. Jiggy Jog revving up down the center of the racetrack with a big rally. Raised by Lindy on the inside. It's still Bond. Jiggy Jog on the outside. Trots a storm for Dexter Dunn. It's Jiggy Jog will not be denied. Jiggy Jog at 1-5 in the FanDuel. Then Bond and MM's Dream, and Raised by Lindy. Jiggy Jog in 153-1.
Jiggy Jog by Wallner gets her 18th career win, 8th of the year, 3rd straight win for the 4-year-old mare. There were some other big-time races. $423,000 in the Valley Victory for 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trot. Race 5 on the card. Carl, pretty heavy favorite, was leading the way just after the half mile. Daiquiri Hanover, Security Protected, Winter Soldier weren't too far behind, though. Will there be an upset, or can the 1-9 favorite hold on?
Far turn, and they look at Carl. Carl by 2 going strong. It's Carl with Daiquiri Hanover second, and Carl begins to turn it on here. He's in front by about a length and 3/4. Daiquiri Hanover trying to stay with him here as they trot to 3/4. Security Protected on the inside third. Staying in with Winter Soldier on the inside fourth as they trot past 3/4. And he is stride for stride with Waterfall, who spins his wheels. It's Carl at 3/4. Carl and Daiquiri Hanover 1-2. 124 and 3. Carl looking to deliver. He's in front by 2.5, 3, and going strong. It's Carl. Daiquiri Hanover second, still on the cones now. Angles out and takes a late shot. Late trot from Winter Soldier up the rail, and then it's Security Protected. But it's Carl. Carl caps it off, and Carl just cruising. Carl dominates the Valley victory over Daiquiri Hanover. Then it was Winter Soldier and Security Protected. Carl in 152-1.
Carl keeps his nearly perfect season going. 9th win in 10 starts. That one not win is a second place finish. Two-year-old fillies had their chance in the Goldsmith Maid. That was race number 8 on the card. $428,000 up for grabs as they're heading down the backstretch. Sorry, Hanover and Armelina were kind of battling it out. Would either of them hold on, or could someone else find some space from the end of the pack? Let's see.
Armelina in front. Armelina going after her. Soiree Hanover now. The elimination winners are stride for stride and duking it out as they head to 3/4. Leaving Zambuca Hanover in their wake now. Third on the inside. That's Honey Sweet fourth on the outside and still trying to gain. Tracked intently by Pizzelle. Pizzelle has to come 3-1 and is doing that right now. A shuffle for French Champagne. They're over by 3/4. Soiree Hanover and Tim Tetrick have taken over. Armelina coming back on the outside. 125 and 2 into the stretch drive. And it's Soiree Hanover full out. Armelina on the outside. Between them is Sambuca Hanover. Heavy traffic French Champagne. And charging late, Pizzelle on the outside is coming on. Full out is Armelina. Pizzelle on the outside getting to her. Pizzelle. It's going to be Pizzelle with the upset. Then tight Sambuca Hanover. Or on the inside, Armelina. Then French Champagne and Paulina Hanover flying late. Pizzelle 154.
It was Pizzelle at 6-1 minor upset. Third win for her in 13 career starts. Race 9 was the Governor's Cup. $454,000 up for grabs. Again, kind of a little look here down the backstretch. Louis Vuitton, Captain Luke, Newsroom, Maxim Hanover. That's their top 4 right now. No one's really out of it at this point, but let's see how it finishes.
Seconds by Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton 3-1 on the board, leads it by a length and a half. Captain Luke second, and now first up here comes Newsroom. Newsroom getting involved now, third now, second on the outside, and threatening as they pass 3/4. Up second over on the outside is Maxim Hanover. Golden trip for that one, all set to come 3 wide. A shuffle for Hunting for Chrome on the inside, fifth. It's Saturday Night is third over 6 as they turn for home. Pressure mounting on Louis Vuitton, 124-1 into the stretch of the Governor's Cup. Louis Vuitton in front. Right there on the outside, Newsroom, game first over. Room on the rail for Captain Luke, who's coming on. Fanning out, Maxim Hanover far outside. It's Saturday Night in deep stretch, but Captain Luke exploded at 7-5. Captain Luke and Todd McCarthy. Captain Luke in the Governor's Cup. And then It's Saturday Night in Maxim Hanover. And a photo 151.
Captain Luke by Captain Torrentris gets his second win, while his first win came in last week's elimination. And the last big time race from the Meadowlands was the $376,000 3 diamonds for 2-year-old filly Pace. No replay for this. I'll just tell you who won. Caviar Bell, another Captain Torrentris, gets her 7th win in 13 starts. now has back-to-back wins. We'll move on to Fraser Downs. They on Friday night held a pair of $100,000 stakes for the BC bred 3-year-olds. First, we'll look at the fillies, 6th race on the card. We'll pick things up here too along the back, so just after the half-mile station. The heavy favorite Side Piece leading to way, but the 8-1 long shot Red and Ready not going anywhere. Who will take this one home? Let's see.
Red and Ready sits in 3rd, followed by Kahala Storm, Custard or Nothing, Diva Amour, Heart of a Dragon, and West Coast Captive. Half one up in 56 and 3. Midway on the backstretch, and Side Piece is clear by 3. Red and Ready now takes 2nd, Crown Princess 3rd. Back to Kahala Storm in 4th, then Custard or Nothing and Diva Amour. 3/4 up in 124 and 2. Midway on the final turn, and Side Piece continues to lead it. Red and Ready, though, is ready for a challenge as this filly tips to the outside. And down the lane they come. It is Side Piece with the lead. On the outside, Red and Ready. 5 lengths back, Kahala Storm. Side Piece is going to have to work a little. Side Piece, Red and Ready moving in. They hit the wire. Oh, they're right together. Very close. Kahala Storm 3rd. Custard or Nothing was 4th. Photo between Red and Ready and Side Piece, 153 and 3.
Yeah, 8-1 upset, like I said, beating out the favorite Side Piece. 6th win here for Red and Ready in 9 starts. The better than Cheddar sired filly has won 2 of her last 3. She has put up a new lifetime mark here of 153 and 3. The next race, race 4, was $100,000 BC bred for 3-year-old Colt and Gelding's final. Down the backstretch, 6-1, Rum and Raisins leading the way. Domi, one of the kind of co-favorites, was 2nd. The favorite, Mickey Mantle. Luke's Proclamation right there in 4th. Things could be tight. Let's see how it ends out.
Raisins getting closer is Domi. Mickey Mantle's now given his cue, and he's first to go. He's going out too deep. Picking up some cover down on the inside. Luke's Proclamation, 3/4 up in 124 and 2. And they're midway on that final turn. And Rum and Raisins has the lead. Mickey Mantle right there at his throat. Perfect trip on the inside for Luke's Proclamation as they wheel for home. It is Rum and Raisins under pressure. Mickey Mantle on the outside. Luke's Proclamation into the passing lane. Usual suspect, Mickey Mantle. And here on the outside, Chief is Boss. It will be Mickey Mantle to win it. Close for 2nd. Chief is Boss. Down on the inside, Usual Suspect. Also right there was Dylan James, 154 and 2.
Mickey Mantle, 11th career win, 6th of 2023, 3 straight wins for him. And actually one of those came in the Alberta Sire Stakes Super Final, and now he wins the BC Bred on Fraser. And now let's look at the Harvest Series final action. One finals went down on Friday. It was the 7th race on the card at Woodbine Mohawk Park. It was 3-year-old filly Pacers. Let's see how this one goes.
Pocahontas Dulac. Jameson's going to be first over with Premier Delight. Filion catches on to cover with Miss Do Right. Then from the backfield, we see Brindley Sealster in the outer flow. Watch her do it to the inside and Fashion Forward. 3/4 next stop here for Godiva Shadow Girl. But how about Starlight Dancer on the outside? She's coming to her, and she pokes ahead in front. Godiva Shadow Girl trying to battle back. 125 and 2 3/4. Starlight Dancer and Cullen at 12-1 take over the lead from the race favorite Godiva Shadow Girl. In behind them, Honey Love's trying to re-rally. Premier Delight closing down the center of the track, as is Miss Do Right. In behind them is True That. She's live with nowhere to go. From the backfield, Fashion Forward. It's Starlight Dancer. Premier Delight trying to get to her. Cullen keeps Starlight Dancer going. Starlight Dancer holds on for Harvest Victory Tally. It's Starlight Dancer in 154 and 2 as she holds on from Premier Delight.
Starlight Dancer by Artspeak, 12-1 upset, fourth win of her career, and second of the year. 154 and 2 is a new lifetime mark for her. On Saturday, there was actually 2 finals. Both were the 3-year-old colt and geldings. First, we'll look at the trotters, second race of the day. Let's see how this one ends.
And Nothing But a Dreamer brought to the outside there. Looks like a good fella, so Nothing But a Dreamer for now is caught in. But Century Jaguar gapping on his cover. It looks like it might allow McDonald to get to the outside and follow Nothing But a Dreamer as they go by the half in 58 and 3, or rather follow Looks Like a Good Fella. But it's Ricardo in the meantime out to a 2-length advantage. Cactus to the Clouds, trying to stay with him there from the pocket. Looks like a good fella who's first over, starting to labor a little bit. Nothing But a Dreamer. He's caught to the inside. He's going to be searching for some room. Then Century Jaguar fifth. It's Stonebridge Bomber up the inside. He'll be hoping for some room as well. Then Looks Like Magic. Prince Archie swinging wide from the backfield. Templeton and I'm Above Average. 127 and 3 3/4. They got to catch Ricardo. He's still trotting well on top. Out from the pocket. Cactus to the Clouds at 12-1. Borth's going to try to reel in that leader. Then in behind them is Nothing But a Dreamer. He's got 4 or 5 to make up. Stonebridge Bomber on the outside. It's still Ricardo. He's digging in and holding everyone at bay, and it's going to be Ricardo in the Harvest Series score. Ricardo over Cactus to the Clouds in 155 and 2.
Ricardo by Resolve, 5th win in 17 career starts. Had breaking troubles his last time out. Clearly had it sorted out this time. The second Harvest Series final was the Pacers. It was won by Leave It to Luther. 10th career win. 8 of them have come this year in 2023. 3 straight wins, actually. He paced the mile in 153 and 1, which just misses out of matching his lifetime mark of 150 flat, which he did last week.
Decided to apply the pressure at 89-1. Again, Brett McDonald posted that huge upset last night. He's got another long shot here. He's trying to get into contention. Half in 56 and 2. Second over on cover, the race favorite Arizona Jackson. He's only a length and a half away. Then third over to the outside there is Bar Down Gin. Locked up is Sans Souci. We've got D.A. Jiminy Cricket to the outer flow. I'd imagine starting up is Cheddar Duarod's in a troubled trip for him throughout. And Ozzy, the second in between horses. 3/4 for Leave It to Luther. To that panel in 125. Bet Show Off, who applied the pressure, starts to tire. Arizona Jackson, he'll tip 3 wide for the drive. Starting to close for Drury down the center of the track. Full Horse with room will try to re-rally for Christopheru. Sans Souci in behind them, and Bar Down Jim and Cullen closing. It's still Leave It to Luther. Full Horse in between. Arizona Jackson furthest out. It's still Leave It to Luther. He goes a big trip here to sweep the Harvest Series. It is Leave It to Luther over Full Horse and Arizona Jackson in 153 and 1.
The 3-year-old filly Harvest Series was last night. We'll show that later in the show, a part of our Monday recap. But before we dive into anything else, we'll have more action from Woodbine Mohawk Park last night, Western Fair, and a variety of United States track action. But don't go anywhere. Harness News Update will be right back. All right, welcome back. Now let's get into the Monday recap portion of the show. Again, this is brought to you by our friends at the USTA. Wow, look at that snowfall in Ontario right now. We're going to look at the quick early pick 5 preview here. The first leg, race 1, 4 to 5 odds. Midnight Miracle, a muscle mass, gets 14th win here. The 5-year-old mare as she trots her way to a 156 and 4 mile. This is win number 1 out of 4 on the card for Louis-Philippe Roy. Race number 2 will be leg 2. Here is where things get interesting. Better half, a better's delight, 17 to 1 upset here. Second win of the year, 6th lifetime. Has to put up a new lifetime mark of 154 and 1. First of 2 wins here for Sylvain Filion on this card. Race 3, the third leg, 2 to 1. HP Mama B gets the job done. Louis-Philippe Roy's second win on the night here. 21st career win for the 5-year-old trotting mare. 5 of those wins have come this year. She's now over $783,000 in career earnings. Race 4, even money, Carter Michael Deo. International Money gets 4th win in 14 career starts. 3-year-old colt trots the mile in 158 flat. James McDonald was in the bike, and he ended up having 2 wins actually on this card. The 5th and final leg, here's where the payouts start to come. Music to My Gears by Rock and Roll Hanover gets his 12th win. He's an 11-year-old pacer, put up a 155 and 4 mile, and this was the race that gave Louis-Philippe Roy his hat trick. And here's your payouts for the early pick 5 last night at Woodbine Mohawk Park. It paid out 7,663, a $1 payout. Paid $2,846.90 Canadian. Not too bad, but there was also a late pick 5 at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The first race actually was the 3-year-old filly trot harvest final that I mentioned earlier. This is where we're going to fit it into today's show. Let's see, we're going to pick this one up down the backstretch like all the other stake races so far. Let's see how it ends.
Followed 5th by Angelic KT, then SOS Jewels, Sant'Ambrosio, Lady All-Star, and trailer It's Sally Deal. Cunning Connie's going to be allowed to bring them up to the half here. Leads at a length for Jones, and it's Cunning Connie there in 58 and 4. Angeliki second. Here's Lucy Who angled to the outside, first over third. Angelic KT will grab her cover. The Ballykeel Deal along the inside 5th. Third over from the back. SOS Jewels locked up Sant'Ambrosio. It's Sally Deal tries to start a rally, and at the back is Lady All-Star. 3/4 coming up next here for Cunning Connie. She leads at about a length. Lucy Who, first over, second on the outside. Angeliki in the pocket, third. Angelic KT at 49 to 1, second over, fourth, and about 3 lengths away from the lead. 128 to that third panel. Cunning Connie turns for home for Jones. Has got Lucy Who to deal with on the outside, and now Angeliki to deal with up the inside as she begins to close. Then in behind them is the Ballykeel Deal. Angelic KT backing away. SOS Jules tries to rally. McClure's got Angeliki with a slim advantage up the inside. She's got the lead. Lucy Who on the outside tries to close, but Angeliki's got the Harvest Series. It's Angeliki over Lucy Who, and
Angeliki by Muscle Up the Goal gets her 2nd win of the year and 5th in her career. She trotted the mile in 157 and 4, which is shy of her lifetime mark of 157 flat. Bob McClure was in the bike for trainer Mark Etzel. Now we'll continue to look at the late pick 5 in the 7th race, the 7 to 2 with 7 to 2 odds sports section by Sports Rider, 8th win and first since October 11th. Bob McClure secures a back-to-back win here. He ends up the night with just those 2. race 8 and the third leg of the late pick 5, the 4-1 Free Willy Hanover by credit winner, 38th lifetime win, 10-year-old trotter. The gelding goes 156-2 in the mile. Richard Ziron was in charge of the reins. The fourth leg, race 9, favorite, one of the favorites, St. Lads beat it by Mac 3. Fourth and final win here for Louis Philippois on the card. The 6-year-old pacer gets his 21st win. He's actually lined up for now 117 career races. Esposion snuck up the inside there. The Cadabra sired trotter gets his 10th win. He goes 155-2 with Sylvain Filion. Here's your late pick 5 at Woodbine Mohawk Park. This time it paid 66368. Not bad payouts at Woodbine Mohawk Park last night. A $1 payout here, $3,467.70. Woodbine Mohawk Park will be quiet the next few days. Next time they're in action, Thursday night, their usual 7:10 p.m. Eastern time start. They'll have 10 dashes, like they usually do, the early and late pick 5. $134,000 in total purse money being dished out on Thursday. So make sure to keep up on the action on Thursday night, or we'll have the replay recap for you on our Friday show. Sticking with Ontario, Western Fair was also in action last night. They held their own 10 races, and they had an early pick 5 and a late pick 5. First here, we'll look at the early pick 5. Let's get the clips going. First race, Sunshine and Rain by Sunshine Beach. 3-year-old filly gets her 3rd win. She went winless as a 2-year-old. Goes wire to wire here with Lauren House in the bike. Trouble again here. This time another upset in race 2, 49-1 Philly Watcher by Better Than Cheddar. He gets his first career win here. This is his only second career start. He paced a mile in 2:02 and 4. Garrett Rooney was in the bike. Another upset, but not as big. 14-1 gets race 3, the 3rd leg. Rosella by Sports Rider. 24th career win here for the veteran pacer. She's made 169 appearances to date. Daryl Thiessen gets the win in the bike, his only on the card at Western Fair last night. Race 4, we're back to the favorites. Fernhill Bella gets 34th career win for the 9-year-old mare. She's actually got 213 starts under her belt. And last and certainly not least, race 5, the 5th and final leg of the early pick 5 at Western Fair goes to Dazzlin' Rosie, a Playboy Killian product. Actually, Manitoba bred gets her 13th career win. She is closely approaching 100 career starts. Her lifetime mark is 157, but she paced a mile in 158-2 last night. Here are the payouts at Western Fair. Early pick 5, 1-8, 1-2-2 was the payout. Based off the 20-cent bet, $16,000 for $16,051.07. That would equal $80,255.35 for a $1 payout. Someone went home a lot richer last night after this one. The late pick 5 here. Not bad payouts again, which we'll get to. Not quite 80,000, but here in the first one, getting euchred, betting favorite, all bets off. Another win here for Lauren House. This time he teams up with a 3-year-old filly, She's won 6 times this year and 11 lifetime. Another favorite in the second leg, race 7, Panning for Treasure by State Treasure. Garrett Rooney returns to the winner's circle again. He would end the night with just 2 wins. The 4-year-old mare gets her 8th career win. Leg 3, 10-1. Kind of this is where the upsets start happening again. It Takes Two gets 8th win. He's a 3-year-old gelding. Lauren House gets his hat trick in this one. Race 9 in the 4th leg of a late pick 5, 7-1, Jim and Percy by Big Jim. 3rd win for the 5-year-old pacer. Goes 158-3, which just misses matching his lifetime mark. Dollarackin's 2nd win of the night. In the 5th and final leg, race 10, 2-1, The Optimist by No Pan Intended. 43 career wins. The 12-year-old gelding has made 267 appearances. And here's your late pick 5 payouts. 2-3, 6-4-3. Like I said, not a bad payout. I'd take $4,000. I'd take 4 G's easily. Of course, I'd want that 80 from earlier, but yeah, 20 set bet would be $859.54. With the $1, that's $4,297.70. Western Fair will be back in action with 10 races tonight. Post time 5:50 p.m. Eastern time. Again, they have their early and late pick 5s. $61,300 in total purse money, and we'll have all the recaps for that on tomorrow's show. Time to go south of the border again. Saratoga Harness Racing had their card kickoff at noon yesterday, Eastern time. They had 12 races, but we're going to look here at the pick 5s. They have an early and a late one. The early one kicked off in race 1. You know, long shots seemed to be everywhere yesterday. 22-1, Miss Smiley puts up a new lifetime mark of 158-4. It's her 3rd career win for the World of Rock and Roll product. Race number 2, again, we're back here to the favorites. Miss Contour by Shadow Play, 7th career win. 3 of her wins have actually come in the last 5 starts. Race 3 in the 3rd leg, Huntersville by Huntsville gets her 9th career win here in 158-3, her 6th of 2023. Race 4, Tipperary Hill by Art Major made her 151st start, and she gets her 23rd career win. 5 have come this year for the 6-year-old mare. She now paced her way to actually back-to-back wins. And the 5th and final leg, Something Real by Better's Delight. This was her US debut after coming from Australia. 156-1 was the mile time. And here is your early pick 5 payouts. Races 1 through 5 at Saratoga. 6-5, 3-3-7. $1 payout, pay $2,373.45 Canadian, or $2,674 US. The late pick 5 kicked off in race 8. Shake Me Loose by Always a Virgin. 12th career win for the 3-year-old filly. 10 of them have actually come in this year in 2023. Second leg, race 9, Meadowbrook Jenny by Rockin' Image. 19th career win for the 5-year-old mare. This is her 11th this year. Race 10, the 3rd leg, at 4-1, Singing Ramona by Sports Rider. 3rd win for Brett Beckwell on the card. This one was with the 3-year-old pacing filly. Her 9th career win herself, 4th this year. This is a maritime bred horse that's just started recently racing here in New York. 4 straight second place finishes in New York before finally getting this win. In the fourth leg, 3-1 American Tour by American Ideal, 31st career win in 162 lifetime starts. The 9-year-old mare goes 155-2. And the fifth and final leg here in the late pick 5, race 12, Keep the Light, Keep It Real product goes wider wired 158-2. Her fifth lifetime win. 4 of them have come this year. And here's your late pick 5 payout, 65442. Based off the $1, that's $470.35 Canadian, while the US rate has it at $530. Saratoga will have harness racing again today. It's actually very soon here, 12 p.m. noon, with an 11 race card. I'll have the recaps for that on tomorrow's show. Now we'll take a look here at Monticello Raceway. They had 7 races. Their pick 5 ran races 3 through 7. Started off with an 11-1 upset. Ravish and Ruby, 5-year-old mare, gets her 15th career win. Starts off the pick 5 here with a 159-3. Ralph Silversky gets this is his second win on the card. He only actually made 3 starts on the 7 race card, and he had 2 wins and a second place. In the second leg, race 4, Carrots, 12-year-old trotter goes wire to wire, 264 lifetime starts, 37th win. In race 5, Roll with Shorty by Roll with Joe, 7th win in 69 career starts. Fourth leg, another 11-1 upset. Themis by EL Titan goes wire to wire for her second career win. 3-year-old filly was teamed up with Jim Taggart Jr. In the fifth and final leg, race 7, Sunshine Filly, 19th career win. The 5-year-old mare made her 80th start. She's now over $100,000 in career earnings. Here's your pick 5. It actually paid out 4 out of 5. 65442. $39.20 Canadian, or $41.24 US. Monticello will be back in action today with 8 races, kicking off at 12:10 p.m. That too is coming up very shortly. And actually the third track that's starting shortly today would be Plain Ridge. They kick off at 1 p.m. today. Before that happens, let's look and see what happened yesterday. They had 9 races. They had their pick 4 here. Races 4, 5, 6, and 7. We'll kick off here with 4. Jericho by Credit Winner. 11-year-old trotter gets his 34th career win. 206 lifetime appearances for him. In race 5, 8-1, Chapelier, 66th time on the track, 13th career win, goes 155-3 for the mile. In race 6 and the third leg, here's the open trot, Marquis Lafayette by Ready Cash, 19th career win for the 6-year-old trotter. He trots in 154-1. The fourth and final leg, race 7, Tabasco gets back-to-back wins here. 8-year-old trotter. This gelding gets his 18th career win. 157 was the mile time last night, while his lifetime mark is 155-4. This one only paid out 3 of 4 as well. 6-5-4-4. $1 payout, $15.55 Canadian, or $16.20 US. And like I said, Plain Ridge is back in action today, 1 p.m. Eastern time. 8 race card. So yeah, and we'll have the full recap for that again tomorrow. All right, welcome back. We're going to continue our action. Dover Downs is up next, but before we look into the pick 5 action, they held a couple stake races as well. First was a non-wagering in both of these races were in the 3-year-old filly trot of the Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund. The first split was non-wagering. It was won by She Is Strong by Anders Bluestone. Goes 148-2 in this split. Only 3 fillies drew into this non-wagering event. The second one was a wagering event. It was the first race of the day. Last night's hit by Iron Mine Bucky was the best in the field of 5 fillies here. Betting action on this one, like I said, second win for the filly. 2 minutes and 3/5 was a new lifetime mark. Let's check out last night's hit.
By 3/4 and 128 and 4/5. They raced midway on the final turn. Last night's hit getting closer now. Here comes Starlight Lounge, moving to the outside to go after the leader as they come toward the top of the stretch. Starlight Lounge on the outside, up after last night's hit. A big gap back to Royal Flirt. And they're at the top of the stretch now, turning for home. From the outside, Starlight Lounge is up to get a short lead coming through the stretch. It's Starlight Lounge, last night's hit, back to second, coming toward the wire. Starlight Lounge trying to get there. Last night's hit comes back. Last night's hit back to win it. Starlight Lounge close for third. It looks like Royal Flirt in 2 minutes, 3/5.
All right, here's the pick 5 for Dover Downs. It ran races 6 through 10. Up first, Mickey Muscle by Muscle Mass, second win in 3 career starts for the 3-year-old trotter. The gelding went 159-4 to start off the pick 5. First of 2 wins for driver Patrick Berry. The second leg, race 7, Rock and Roll Gold by A Rock and Roll Dance, 11th career win, 3rd of the year. Corey Callahan's only win on the card. Race 8 was won by Don't I Wish by Trixton. Second win of the year, 5th lifetime. The 4-year-old trotting gelding teamed up with Montreal Teague. This was his first of 2 wins on the night. Part-Time Affair by Heston's Blue Chip gets 8th career win, 5th of the year. Back-to-back wins now for him. He put up a new lifetime mark his last time out and followed that up with a 155-1 yesterday. The 5th and final leg was won by First State Joni by Del Marvelous, the 3rd win of 2023, 12th lifetime for the 5-year-old pacer. He went 154-2. The pick 5 paid out 78284. Based off a $1 bet, it paid $174.95 Canadian, while it paid $195.60 US. Dover Downs will be back in action at 4:30 today, and there will be another leg of the Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund Stakes. Northfield Park, like I said, had 15 races as well. Their pick 5 ran races 6 through 10-2. First one was won by Elliott Moose by Malicious. The PEI bred gelding gets his 16th career win. 9 have come this year for the 5-year-old pacer. Second of 3 wins for driver Aaron Merriman. Second leg, race 7, Seeing Eye Single by Dragon again. 34th win for the 8-year-old pacer. Second of 3 wins for Ronnie Wren. Third leg, race 8, You Make My Heart Sing by Some Heartthrob. Another 8-year-old pacer. He also has 34 wins. Drew Neal's only win on the card. Race 9 was won by IJ2. 3rd win in 25 starts. The 3-year-old pacer. 2nd win this year. He actually has back-to-back 3rd place finishes before getting this win. And in the 5th and final leg, race 10, another 8-year-old pacer. This time the Ideal Dance by American Ideal has 26 wins now. 7 have come this year, and this was the 3rd win for driver Aaron Merriman. And here's the pick 5 for Northfield Park. Paid out $65414. Paid $370.55 Canadian, while paid $413.80 US. Northfield Park will be back in action tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Yonkers had 10 races last night as well. Pick 5 went races 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Kick things off pretty handsome, and another, here we go, 8-year-old pacer starts this Pick 5 off, 47th career win. Jason Barlett's second win on the card. The second leg, race 6, a 2-1 Gothic Rock gets 31st career win, and guess what? Another 8-year-old gets the win here. Race 7, the third leg. This time it's a 3-year-old pacer, 8th win for him. Full support. Stay hungry. Back-to-back wins for him. Yannick Gingras, second of 3 wins last night at Yonkers. Race 8, fourth leg, a 6-1 Peace Out Posse by Custer the Dragon. 42nd win in 186 appearances. 8-year-old pacer. And the ninth race and 5th leg, 10-1 Smokin' by a Mach 3, 12th career wins. 9-year-old pacer this time. Slightly bit of a change from what we've been seeing. The Pick 5 paid out 13254. A $1 payout in Canadian dollars is $2,034.70, while in the US it's $2,292. Yonkers is in action again today with another 10 race card starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And the last final track we'll look at today was Hawthorne Racecourse. Kicked off 11 races last night. Its Pick 5 was the first 5 races. Race 1, a 5-2 I Want to Rock and Roll. 7th gets his 7th career win, 2nd of the year. It puts up a new lifetime mark, 156-2. In the second leg, race 2 took a dive off Dipper by Always a Virgin. 51st win and 199 starts. Next race will be a big milestone for the 9-year-old pacer. Casey Leonard earns the win as a driver. Actually, this is the first of 4 straight races. Race 3, 7-2, Look Kimbo by Feelin' Frisky. 34th win for the 10-year-old mare. She paced the mile in 156-1. The fourth leg, Just a Hit Off Spice by Swan for All. 9th win in 78 starts. 2 wins have come this year. And the 5th and final leg was won by the Even Money Fox Valley Corso by Can't Afford It. 3rd win for the trotter, went winless as a 2-year-old. Casey Leonard's 4th win in a row. Now is standing at 124 wins on the year. And here's the final Pick 5 we'll look at today. Paid out 65414. $1 paid $100.15 Canadian, or $112 US. And that's everything I have for you today. Again, like this show, I'm going to try to do it daily, every day, weekday anyway. So I'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, to recap all the action from around the 9 tracks I believe are in action in North America today. And again, I want to thank we're on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com. Make sure to like, subscribe, share all the wonderful things you can do on social media. Because Harness Link is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the harness race and standardbred industry worldwide. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid because it's a game changer in the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry. And today would be possible without our friends at the USTA. On behalf of everyone at Harness Link, I'm Trey Colbeck. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.